Hello, I am Marcus and welcome to another episode of EV Journey. As they're slowly releasing the lockdown in Portugal, I've decided to restart my daily bicycle ride. So now I'm currently cycling and just having a rest under this nicely shaded tree here. If you want to be good for the environment and get some exercise, start walking and start cycling. Forget about electric cars, petrol cars, public transport. Cycling and walking is the way forward. So we've got some news about software HAL and about the ID.3. This news has been reported in the Spiegel. So let's see. And there's specific news about one of the computers on the ID.3 first. So I will read out to you what it said here in the Spiegel. Despite multiple postponements, it is obviously not possible to have all the originally planned digital functions of the electric car ready by the scheduled date, reports Der Spiegel. The ID.3 should therefore initially come out onto the market with a reduced digital offering. So this is exactly what I said in one of my videos before, that if they want to bring out the ID.3 first for the summer, they will have to reduce some of its software functions. And that's exactly what has been reported here in the Spiegel, and it seems that's exactly what Volkswagen are going to do. It also mentions that these missing functions will then be loaded into the car either in the dealership or by over-the-air updates later on when they're ready. It goes on. The ID.3 had problems with the announced always-on function, the constant data exchange over the internet. One of the computers in the car ID.3 does not achieve its target values, according to Der Spiegel, in internal VW documents. There is talk of a negative trend and a lack of progress stability. So this does not seem good. They're saying about a lack of progress in stability, which is not a good sign. So they also talk about problems with the ID.3, that it does not achieve its target values. Well, what computers are running in the ID.3? For example, there's the ID.1 computer that runs the car. So it must be the overall computer that runs the car. Then there's the ID.2 computer that controls the display and human interfaces. Then the ID.3 computer is reserved for automatic driving. So is the ID.3 computers in all ID.3s or only in the Max, where they've got, for example, travel assist? Or is it in all the ID.3s? Is automatic driving something we'll be able to purchase after? If it is in all the ID.3s, I don't know, but it must be a specific computer reserved for artificial intelligence if it's for automatic driving. So they continue and give a couple of scenarios. The concrete scenarios that they give are, for example, the car should yet not be able to transfer route planning, including planned charging stops, from the smartphone to the vehicle and fit to adapt dynamically while driving. Well, I'm a bit disappointed, to be honest, because that doesn't seem like a feature that is too difficult. It seems to me that there's definitely problems with the internet connectivity between the smartphone and the car, and I guess the app will probably be buggy and slow. I think transferring a map from your smartphone to the car doesn't seem like the biggest computer problem challenge that they're facing. So it seems like there probably is some big underlying issues. If they can't even do something, that doesn't seem too difficult. The next point, which is very interesting, is that they specifically talk about the heads-up display. They say that the heads-up display overwhelms the ID.3 processor in the car. So basically, the head-up display is using the ID.3 processor, and either the processor isn't powerful enough or the computer's not powerful enough on the ID.3, or their software is so inefficient that it's overwhelming the processor, or probably a bit of both. So this is very interesting. So is the ID.3 computer, is it in all ID.3s? We know it's for automated driving and for the head-up display. Will it be on the First and the Plus, or is it only on the Max? If it's on the First and the Plus, that will be very interesting, because perhaps it's also used for things like adaptive cruise control and front assist and lane assist, I don't know. But the company is still officially telling Spiegel that the market launch date is still for the summer, so hopefully I'll still get my ID.3 first in the summer, but it will be only with the essential functions. So for the first time, it seems you get more specifics about the software issues that are actually going on with inside the ID.3. I can understand how the head-up display is complicated, how that can be delayed, but more worryingly, it seems there may be a computer issue, not just software issues. So if the computer isn't powerful enough, if it's the wrong computer that they've got in the car, and if that's causing delays, well, it's obviously going to be much more difficult to change a computer than it is to update software. Will a head-up display ever be ready, I wonder? That is a first issue. It may not just be software, it may be hardware which is a problem. So the iCast computers, they're actually built from Continental. So Continental builds the iCast computers. Again, I don't know if they've got the iCast 3 computer in the ID.3 First or the ID.3 First Plus. More worryingly, it seems like the internet connectivity problems between the smartphone and the car seems to be causing them lots of issues. So for example, will we be able to preset climate control from our phones to the car? Will that be working out of the box? And to me, that doesn't seem like it would be too difficult, because the car's got internet connection, the phone's got internet connection. Why should that be too difficult? But it seems there may be some underlying architectural problems here that are causing Volkswagen a big issue and a big headache. Again, the ID.3 First is going to use 3 computers on an Ethernet bus. So it's not using lots of separate modules like in other Volkswagens, like in the Golf, which uses 70 to 80 separate individual modules. No, this is an Ethernet bus, and it will have at least 3 main computers by looks of things. Hopefully I'll still get my ID.3 First in the summer. It will have limited functionality, but hopefully the main functions and features are working, and hopefully they can resolve the situation quickly and give me the updates that I need. I'd love to hear your comments and views down below, good comments and bad comments. As always, please click subscribe, and I've hoped you've enjoyed this episode of EV Journey.